everyone, quick Pilates mat workout using the band. I'm going to start by replicating the last 4 exercises in the rowing series on the Pilates Reformer. So I want you to put your long band, hopefully it's between light and medium strength, and just sit on it someplace that you feel is midway. Grab onto each end of the band and we'll begin with rowing from the chest. Chicken wings in, legs long, feet flexed. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, up. Pause for a minute. Wiggle the ribs up. Hinge forward a bit. Arms sweep down to the side as the shoulders glide into the back. Chicken wings. Inhale, reach. Up to where the wall and ceiling meet. Tap down, grow taller. Reach up even taller and rotate around. A lot of shoulder mobility. One more here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. Inhale, grow taller. And arms glide down. Rowing from the hips. Flex the feet. Smash the hamstrings. Inhale first. Belly back. Reach long. Exhale. Grow tall. Arms by the ears. I'm going to do the more advanced version. And the same ending. Hands by the hips, flex the feet, inhale first, belly back, reach. Think of spine stretch forward. Reach the spine forward. Let the spine grow tall. One more. Inhale, exhale. Nice time to warm up the hamstrings, stretch the back, and glide the arms down the back. Sit in crisscross. And we're going to do hug the tree first. So I want the band to go right across the back, probably if you're a woman by your bra strap, if not right below your shoulder blades. Hug the tree. Soft flexion of the elbows, shoulder level. And then as you open up, I want the band to slightly leave your back. Feel the shoulder blades come together in the back, like gathering material, not like pinching. Chin remains parallel to the floor, so we keep it nice and lifted. 2 more here. Last one. Let's switch the cross of our legs just so we don't get in a bad habit. And take the band so that it's doubled over if you have a light to medium band. If you have a very heavy band, just keep it single strength. Hold it about 4 to 6 inches apart with your thumbs and a little bit of pull back. Allow the band to rest lightly on your forehead. I want you to pull your elbows back. So it should be that your elbows are about in peripheral vision, and then you take them behind your peripheral vision. Little tension on the band the whole time. Start to think of your shoulder blades coming together in the back. We always relax our shoulders away from the ears. 2 more, elbows back. Last one, keep the elbows back. Now reach the arms up long until you feel the tricep engage. So reach long. And then elbows relax on the return. Elbows back, engage, lengthen. The lengthening of the arms and the engagement of the triceps does not come with the shrug of the shoulders. So sometimes we want to find our length by really gathering the shoulders up underneath the earlobes, and that's not what we want to do. So reach, reach, reach. Good, last one here. We're going to add a little variation to it. So this would be called shave the head. I don't want to do, salute. I don't want to do shave the head because people tend to take their neck down. So I want you to keep it on your forehead, keep the elbows wide, and just hop the band to the top of the head and then hop it back. The whole time you're pulling on the band, and the whole time the elbows are behind your peripheral vision. So this is a lot of upper back postural muscle work. Strengthening your upper back helps to relieve low back. You should also feel your shoulders warming up here for sure. So now, on top of the head, let's just pulse those elbows back. Keep the chin lifted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more, and relax down. Today I have a brick with me. I have the One Whirl Yoga brick. One Whirl is the name of it. I'll put it in the hashtags. If you don't want to use a brick, you don't have to. If you want to use a book, make sure you take the cover off and you can use the book. Place the brick down on the mat. Lower your spine. Place the left foot on the brick. Take the right arch and let the band wrap around it, and then both ends of the band will go in the right hand with the right elbow secured to the mat. Press evenly into the left foot and just boost your bum up. The right arm lifts towards the ceiling and then lower down. I want you to feel the lift coming from the left glute, not from the hamstring, although the hamstring's working. And as you come down, try to articulate your spine straight down the center. Even pressure on the right and left side. So you don't want to lean over towards the right, which would be the tendency in this position. So lengthen the right leg to the ceiling as if it's being pulled. On the next one, we're just going to do a little lift of the bum and just do pulses, up, squeeze, little hamstring and glute work. If you want to pull the right leg towards you as you do that, you can. Little extra stretch, keep the right foot flexed. 3 more, 2 and 1, and articulate all the way down. Now let's just let the right leg come out to the side like a windshield wiper, just a little bit back and forth. And it's keeping its 90-degree alignment to the floor, so it's vertical. The band helps us to keep it straight. Otherwise we might be a little soft here with our tight hamstrings. Now place the left hand behind the head, keep the elbow wide. And as the right leg crosses the center line of the body, you're gonna cross up and over for a little crunch work through the waist. Get some air time to the left shoulder blade. The right hand stays steady holding the band. We're not letting it wave around. 4 more. Crunching into the right side waist. 3, 2, 1. Body is centered. I'm going to give myself a little more room on the band. Lengthen the right leg straight down, and now I'm going to crunch straight up and down. So nose coming right between the inner thighs. If you don't want to support your head, you can also reach with your hand. I prefer to support my neck because I've got a history of neck issues, but this would certainly be the best option if you don't have to protect your neck. 2 more. Last one. Draw the band in, just scoot the brick over. Place your right foot on the brick or the book or the floor and take your left arch. Sit someplace in the middle. The left elbow remains down. Press heavily into the right leg and bridge all the way up. Try to keep the left leg. You see how I just corrected myself because I saw it in the camera? Try to keep the left leg perpendicular to the floor. An imaginary string is lifting it up, but the power comes from the right glute on this. 2 more. Lift. Little hamstring work. Lift. Go to the next one. We're just going to lift the right glute just a little bit and pulse it with a little clench of the bum. So just pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the spine to the mat. Just do a little windshield wiper to the left leg. So it's going to cross over to the left, cross the center line of the body to the right. Over and back. This time stop with the left leg to the side, right hand behind the head. Crunch up and over to your left as the left leg crosses right. Over. So the right shoulder blade is not only coming up, it's coming over. And it's not only coming over, it's coming up. So it's both in equal measure. 3 more. 2, 1. Very good. Right arm up to the ceiling. Left leg comes completely down. And you're going to reach up, crunching straight towards your leg. 10 all together, so 8 more from here. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Nice chance to stretch the leg, which is why I'm adding this series today. A lot of us during COVID are going outside for walks and runs to get some kind of me time without going crazy, stir crazy. I lost count, so I'll say 1 more. reach it up. Bend the knee to take the band off, hands behind the thigh, come up to a kneeling position. Because we're going to have some pressure on the knee here, I'm going to take my mat over so I have a little cushion. And then I'd like you to take the band so that you're going to kneel on the short end, and a lot of the band goes over towards, this is my right, towards the right. So we'll begin kneeling 6 inches apart. Pick the band up with the opposite hand. So for me, that's the left. And we're going to start by just taking, I'm sorry, this is my right, the right elbow in, and just punch it out to the side. It should come a little above your shoulder level on the punch. Do 5 more there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the band in the same hand as the leg that's now going to have the arch press in. You're going to make a big diamond. So the leg is lifted to hip level, half hug the tree, and come down. Ideally, the leg that's on the floor, that foot will be behind the knee. I have trouble with that, so please do better than I can. Shoulders are squared, hips are squared. 2 more like that. Last one, keep it up, lift and lower the leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End with the leg up, drop the arm, press it forward for 10, 9, knuckles to the ceiling, palm to the floor. 5, 4, looks like I'm waving at you with the band. 3, 2, 1, leg and arm, push back 1, 2, keep it lifted, don't let it lower. 3, 4, 5, 6, only 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. The leg settles right in line with the hip, not in front of or behind. Just give yourself a little mermaid stretch over. Let's keep the leg connected, big toe side down on the mat, and switch sides. We're going to start with the forearm along the belly and just kind of nudge it to the side. So this, remember, always reminds me of those pirates, kind of yo-ho-ho in a bottle of rum. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now my band is a little bit light to medium. If you have a really heavy band, I want you to come way to the end here, or just don't choke up as much. So press it out, rotate the elbow towards the waist, palm towards me, punch it out. Elbow draws back, palm towards your body. It's like a sword in the sheath, so pull the sword out, rotate, stab it to the air, and back in. Four more. Little shoulder work today. Keep the shoulder away from the earlobe. Keep it depressed down the back, and scapula depressed. 2 more. I always try to avoid that word because I hate to say stay depressed, but it is an anatomical cue. Good, now keep it long, drop it to shoulder level, and just let it sweep to right in front of the sternum, and then back. The control comes in just stopping it right there. As it pulls back, I want you to think of your scapula folding in like an angel wing. So just allow it to gather in the back. Let's do 4 more here, and then we're going to add a little range of motion challenge. Good, 2 more forward and back. The challenge, of course, is to keep it at the same level. Now let's let it cross over the body and press it back for 10. Keeping it at the same level as the shoulder, don't let it drop. 6 more, pull back, long arm. 5, think of your upper back working. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the elbow to come in, bend the leg to come in. Sit back on your haunches and let's just stretch the deltoid a little bit. We have to do the other side. So let's lay the band out again. This time we'll be kneeling on the short end with the opposite leg. It'll be my left, it'll be to your right. So kneeling with most of the band coming over towards my right, I'm gonna hold on to it with my left. And just starting to warm up the shoulder by taking the elbow to the side. It's kind of a form setup to do this part, because I want you to focus on not shrugging up like this. So we keep the shoulder quiet and just allow the shoulder, the deltoid muscle, to pull the elbow to the side. 2 more. Last one. Take hold of the band in, for me it's the left. We're going to take the right hand away from the shoulder. The foot comes in the arch, just at shoulder level. And then, at hip level. We're going to half hug the tree and open. So the knuckles will come right in front of the shoulders, right in front of the sternum maybe. 2 shoulders are squared, 2 hips are squared, so we have our little Pilates rectangle. They call it a box. I always think of a box as a square, but it's really a rectangle. 2 more. Last one, keep it up. Lower lift, big toe side touches. Ideally the leg will be able to lengthen and come up to the level of the hip. That's hard to do, but again, the band kind of assists that motion. 2 more. Last one, keep it lifted. Take the arm down, pull it forward for 10. Keep it at the same level as the shoulders. 9, 8, 7. Lift the chin, be happy. Oops, I started to lower the leg. Call me out. Scream at your computer. Good, last one. Now the leg goes back as the arm goes forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, you can tell I'm lowering the leg, 2, 1, and come up. Now the big toe side of the leg stays down. We're going to transfer the band to the other side again. This time allow the elbow to draw out, rotate the elbow into the waist, punch it out. Back, sword in the sheath. Out. Remember our rules of keeping space here. 4 more here. I think I've cut off my head in this video. 2, which is fine. I need a haircut anyway. 1. Now, keep it at shoulder level. Bring it forward. The goal is to stop right at your sternum. So easy to let it cross the center line because the band is pulling it. So, as with Joseph Pilates called it controlology, find that control. As it comes back, the shoulder blade folds into the back. 3 more here. 2, 1. Now cross it over. Pull it back for 10. Keep it lifted. No shrug. Two more. You can do it. Last one. Pull it over, bend the elbow in first, bend the knee in second. Sit back on your haunches. And do just a little crossover. We're going to end with some ab work that replicates work on the reformer. We'll be keeping our head down for this work. So I want you to place the band across the arches of both feet. When our head is down, the legs cannot come as low unless you're super, super strong, because we want to maintain neutral back. Neutral back just means that same natural space between your back and the mat. We don't want to create space by popping our ribs, so we take a little pelvic tilt, get that spine as flush to the floor as we can. Let's activate our arms by taking them long and out to the side like a diamond. Heels come together in Pilates stance and draw the knees in. Give yourself a little tuck to the low back for a stretch. And in this position, wrap the band around so you have a secure connection. Just press the band straight out so the arms are quiet. Pause here. Pull in the muscles that are beneath your belly button. Suck those muscles up and then come in. Challenge yourself with how low you can press the band. Can you press it a little lower than 45 and still keep the heaviness of the rib cage, the connection of the back to the mat? So lengthen out, hold. This is slow and controlled because we want to be able to make the connections mentally, but also keep the contraction of the ab muscles for a longer period of time, getting them stronger. Coming in and out of something quickly certainly gets our heart rate up, but isn't really going to target the muscles and keep them, keep them as strong as we want. Good, on the next one, lengthen the legs out and pause. And a very small little open and close of the feet. Heels come back together, draw the legs in. The arms should be a little bit getting fatigued already because they're stabilizing the band in space. So they're certainly working because as the leg pushes away, they have a harder job to do. Open, close. As it closes, don't really think about the heels. Think of your inner thighs. Open, squeeze through center line and drop back in. 2 more. Squeeze. Last one. Good. Now draw the arms in, straight up to the ceiling. Legs come up to the ceiling. And just press the legs down and up. So we're looking to keep neutral back. Get the feet as close to the floor as you can without 2 things happening. Again, losing neutral back or popping up with your upper body. So right now, the pull of the band might make you want to kind of go like that. I want you to be so strong that you resist the body compensating for the length of the legs. Feet are in parallel now, forgot to mention that, but it wouldn't matter if you were in Pilates stance, so not a biggie. 2 more. Now we're going to add a punch of the arms behind you, and I want you to channel your inner double leg stretch mat exercise. So punch the arms behind you and back in. Elbows tuck into the center line of the body, not winging out. So behind you. This is when we have the arms and the legs come as far away from each other as we can. It makes it much more difficult to hold neutral back. There's the challenge. So focus on your torso, focus on your core. 2 more. Last one. And now reach it out. This time I'm changing up the rules, woman's prerogative. Lower the heels as you lift your head, neck, and shoulders. And sit up. Oops, my feet hit the brick. Reach out, give yourself a beautiful stretch. We started with part of the rowing series, so this is kind of tying that in. Now scoot your heels in. Lengthen your legs. Last one, because this is part of a stretch. Lower your legs. Lengthen your arms. Eyes to the belly. Peel the spine off. Stack your spine. Come over to the side. Crown of the head reaches for the toes. Reach back. And then a little, I'll say Michael Phelps. Some of you may remember Mark Spitz. Just depends on your generation. 1 more like that. Just a little warm down. Take a nice breath. Reach the arms up. Just like the law of physics, as the legs go away, allow your body to find that balance using your abs, lifting up with control. Arms come out to the side, roll your shoulders back, reach, pull the belly back with the fingertips, lift your arms, come down. The band will come slack now as you reach for your toes. Pull the toes back to you, place the hamstrings heavily to the floor. Inhale here, exhale. Stack your spine, and thank you for joining me today.